Tesla vehicles around the world, guys, are getting Grok now. And this is coming to Australia this weekend. It's coming to Europe this week as well. Many countries, I'm not really sure how many, because it appears that most countries with access to this, obviously China, Grok is not allowed. It's not legal, I don't think, in China. But in countries where you can use Grok, your Tesla will get Grok. And this is actually probably a pretty big deal because it's going to improve your Tesla experience quite a bit. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Grok's voice assistant for many people will be actually live today once you've downloaded the latest software update. Developed by XAI, Grok is a little bit like ChatGPT or Gemini. Some people think it's better, some people think it's worse, depends on your opinion. But it's an AI chatbot that Tesla says can deliver accurate and insightful responses to questions on a wide range of different things. It also has different personalities that can be selected, and you can say stuff to Grok and it will get your car to do basically what you want it to do within the realms of its abilities, of course. Officially in beta though, Grok will work with navigation commands if a Tesla is running software version 2025.44.25 or later, but it won't allow voice commands to be used for vehicle controls such as media or climate, for which the existing voice command feature will still be used. I think it would be better if you could use it for everything, but that's where we're up to, or that's where they're up to right now. Unlike full self-driving, which came to vehicles running hardware 4 and for which hardware 3 users will probably never get the best. Well, they won't get the best version of full self-driving unless those computer chips are changed. Grok will first be rolled out to hardware 3 owners. So you'll get it first, and then hardware 4 owners will get it second. Not sure why that's the case, but anyway. Tesla's rolling it out actually in waves from today. And in the coming days, it'll become available for hardware 4 equipped vehicles as well. To get the Grok update, you have to have an AMD processor and be running that vehicle software that I mentioned before, 2025.26.44 or later. You have to have premium connectivity or a Wi-Fi connection. That's probably 99% of Tesla owners though. Once a Tesla has the update applied, Grok can be enabled from the vehicle's steering wheel. If you're concerned about security, Tesla says interactions with Grok are securely processed by XAI in line with their privacy notice. Conversations remain anonymous to Tesla and are not linked to you or your vehicle, says the company. Now, will Tesla collect information from you based on what you say? Probably. To be honest, everyone does this. General Motors does this. Volkswagen does this. Yeah, car companies, that's what they do. They collect data from you. And it's pretty hard to avoid this, I think. We pretend like it's not happening, but it is. Anyway, Grok was first rolled out to Teslas in the US in July 2025. So they've had it for quite a while. When XAI announced Grok back in November 2023, it said that the software was designed to answer questions with a bit of wit and has a rebellious streak. So please don't use it if you hate humor. So a lot of people think Grok is the devil. It's terrible. I think it's all... people who say that normally are a bit emotionally unhinged. Anyway, Grok has evolved. It's become a lot better since it first came out in Teslas a year ago. It's definitely improved significantly. So if you say to Grok, why are you controversial? It says this: Grok's lighter moderation makes it more open and fun for some users, but it has repeatedly crossed into harmful territory, hate speech, non-consensual pornographic deepfakes, and conspiracy amplification. Oh, apparently that's true. But the only problem is I do use Gemini and ChatGPT daily to do this job. I use it quite often to check things. They're both often wrong. Very, very often wrong, unfortunately, which is extremely frustrating because I pay them a lot of money to be right. And the amount of times I have to correct them is just ludicrous. I have to correct it daily. So I think all of these AIs have a long way to go before they can really properly replace humans without making some pretty major errors. In some ways, honestly, AI is great. And in some ways, it is horrendously shithouse. It is so frustrating because you have to fact check it constantly. But my point here is to say that Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, whatever else you're using, None of it's perfect, but I will say that Grok being less politically inclined could be a good thing for some people. Sometimes I find if you ask questions to ChatGPT and even Gemini, it can kind of give you this politically correct answer, and that's not really the answer you want. You just want it to be as frank as possible. And I think that could be a good thing. For some people, it will offend them. It'll be a bad thing. In December 2025, the chatbot sparked controversy after users took advantage of its image generation capability to create sexually explicit deepfakes. The truth is, it's not just Grok that people make porn with. They make porn with, there's many different online platforms to make porn with. Yeah. So anyway, that's the future, isn't it? That's AI. That's the crazy new world that we live in. But getting back to the actual features and having Grok in your car, sort of like what they have now in China, actually. And quite a lot of models in China don't have Grok, but they have similar things. But I will say, though, in China that they're restricted to giving you information that is in line with the Chinese government's their recommendations, put it that way. But Grok is not. So, yeah, you won't find this in China anytime soon. But you'll get it in your new Tesla if you want it in the West within a matter of days. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to book a paid consultation, you can do so, and I'll put a link in the description below. If you want advice on what electric car to buy, solar systems, all that kind of stuff, you can do that. Guys, if you want to install solar panels, a home battery, or a home charger, the best way to do this for your situation is to go to the links in the description below, and they'll take you to a page where you can compare everyone. So depending on it doesn't matter where you live. A lot of people email me all the time saying, well, what solar system should I get? Who should I go with? What battery should I get? What electric charger should I get? Well, click in the links in the description and you can actually compare all the different choices and find the best deal for you. I'll put that link in the description below. Additionally, there is a battery savings calculator link and also a federal battery rebate calculator. I personally have found that I'm not paying for electricity at all, and that's including charging my 2 electric cars and also running my home power, my home sauna. Nothing, not paying anything at all. And I think a lot of people are getting misled. They think that getting a battery is not worth it. Actually, I think it is worth it. So those links are in the description below.